Hello everyone, it's Felipe here. This is my non-spoiler review for Captain Marvel, which has been released internationally yesterday. Captain Marvel is the 21st entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, starring Brie Larson as Captain Marvel and Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. It's set in the mid-90s and is an origin story of Captain Marvel. So, as a fan of the MCU, what do I think about Captain Marvel? Well, I enjoy the film in general. The highlights for me is definitely Samuel L. Jackson as a younger version of Nick Fury. His chemistry with Captain Marvel and also Goose the Cat are two of the best parts of the movie. And to my surprise, I also enjoyed Talos, played by Ben Mendelsohn. It's also good to see Agent Coulson back on the big screen. So how about Captain Marvel herself? Did she leave an impression? Well, Brie Larson is great as Captain Marvel, but I just enjoy the other supporting characters more. One of the biggest challenges for this movie is that this is the first time Marvel introduced a character from scratch after Phase 3 has kicked off with Captain America Civil War in 2016, and Captain Marvel is released right before the finale Avengers Endgame. Unlike Black Panther or Spider-Man, which you get a glimpse of them as supporting characters in other movies before their own adventure, the writers were given an enormous task to introduce a character that will appear in the biggest movie ever, Avengers Endgame. So they ended up need to tell the audience as much info as possible about Captain Marvel in just one movie. This brings me to talk about one of the biggest flaws of the movie, the storytelling. Other Phase 3 MCU movies worked because we are familiar with the characters. That helps you understand why each character makes certain decisions. It also allows the movie to have less story threads, as the interaction between the characters is already interesting enough to keep audience engaged. Hence, this is why Killmonger in Black Panther and Thanos in Infinity War are truly well-written characters. However, for Captain Marvel, there are so much more about her in the movie that you wish they gave you more or spend a little bit more time on so you understand her as a character more. But if you look at it from another angle, it might be a good thing because I do want to know more about Captain Marvel now. There are also other key plots that I would love to discuss, but those are a bit too spoilery, so I will not talk about it in this non-spoiler review. Okay, now you might ask, should you go see it? Well, I would totally recommend this to everyone who loves the MCU and has been following all the MCU movies up to this point. And if you are planning to see Avengers Endgame next month, I believe this is essential viewing to enhance your experience for Avengers Endgame. Having said that, compared to recent MCU movies, this is indeed weaker in terms of storytelling point of view. And if you know the characters from the comic well but haven't been following the MCU, you might find some of the plots predictable too. Overall, this is an entertaining superhero flick with flaws. I'll give it a fair 7 out of 10. Oh, and make sure you stay until the credit ends for the Marvel tradition, the end credit scenes. Let me know what you think about Captain Marvel in the comments section below, and please, no spoilers for people who hasn't watched it yet. If you like my reviews, be sure to check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel for more upcoming contents. Higher, further, faster, baby.